Booming, what up? Booming, booming. Hey, booming, what up? Booming, 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 what up? Booming, booming.
What it do, what it does, so you ain't never gotta guess what it was. I'm your host, Saint B Boomin', and we back at it again for another Hip Hop C4. Yeah. Now today's topic, we're going to talk about Joe Budden actually speaking on DJ Academics and Charlamagne's situation. Now, DJ Academics and Charlamagne finally said that they were going to go ahead and meet with each other to sit down and squash things out between Grand Wizard and Charla himself. But Joe Budden didn't want to touch this topic, as he's being one of the only individuals in media that knows both of these individuals personally. Now, with Joe Budden speaking on it on his podcast, his latest podcast episode, he goes into detail and in depth about the situation, and we're going to go ahead and get off into that right now.
On my off day and sit on the phone for 2 hours to talk about academics and Charlamagne, even though Charlamagne is your friend. So did you call Charlamagne? Are we getting to the root of this thing or what?
Because you said you didn't want to cover it, so I let it alone.
No, I said I don't want to cover it. I don't want to cover a Charlamagne versus George, Grand Wizard, whoever this loser nigga is that I don't fuck with. Hey, George, Grand, whatever your name is. The second you step foot on American soil, I'm calling the police. That don't hit as hard as what I wanted to say. I'm calling the cops on you. Fuck that nigga. But
give us the breakdown, Joe.
This topic seems to be pretty hot.
It is.
The fans are on me for not talking about it. And yo, listen, I don't care about it, a lot of the shit that y'all care about. But anyway, I called. Yeah, shout out to Oskino. But anyway, I called Ack up and I said, all right, how real is you versus Charlamagne? Is it really happening now? I've seen you go online and say, if you call me telling me some shit and you don't tell me who it come from, I assume that you down with it. I've seen him going on his podcast talking about it. Where does this stand? And Ack said to me the same thing that I told the JBTV fans he was going to say. Yo, I ain't got no beef with Charlamagne.
We already knew he was
I have
gonna
zero
say
beef
that.
with Charlamagne. What's going on is this dude, whoever George is, the Academics TV page, for academics, that is his community. That's not just one person. That is his world of clippers, and it just happens to have a head clipper who runs his account, according to Ack. That has been like a fan-run page for quite some time. And that page, the George dude specifically, has something going on with Charlamagne, to whereas George thinks that Charlamagne is sicking private investigators on him and trying to dig into his life. He's saying he's walking out of the house and seeing strange people, and he puts that on Charlamagne. And Charlamagne is saying this dude is and continues to post horrible things about me, and we're going to get to the bottom of this, because who is this faceless person that's from Australia that's named George that got this resume? And Charlamagne is on his podcast running it down. To me, even that sounds funny, because Charlamagne beefing with some fucking faceless nigga in Australia that runs a Clipper page looks nuts, but I'm not in his shoes. I think his voice is. I think his voice is too big. Like, if you feel like somebody is tweeting defamatory things, there are ways to go about that in the back channels and take care of it. But also, if Homeboy is right in these private eyes being from Charlamagne, and that means we're already doing things behind the scenes to try to rectify the situation. So there's no need to make a public spectacle. There's no need to take something light that's serious. Don't misrepresent it.
To a lot of these folks, though, especially the nameless ones who run around saying the craziest shit about people, the one place you get them is removing that faceless part. Now, if I show the world this is who you are.
In court.
Well, to them, court of public opinion.
See, I think Charlamagne is too big for the court of public opinion gaze. That's my opinion.
But it's attached to academics.
That's my opinion.
Academics is a big media page. It's attached to him. So it gets more light than it's not light. It gets more light because it's attached to academics. So if that platform that's attached to you is saying something defamatory about me, and I know it's going to get a lot of views, I'm going to take it upon myself to find out who it is. I don't think Charlamagne is doing anything wrong.
Well,
I do agree with what you say. Maybe you shouldn't talk about it publicly, but fuck all that shit. Yeah, send niggas to his house and find out who he is and get the information. Because,
and again, according to Act, he has told this page stand down on Charlamagne or speaking about his peers because he don't rock like that. But if the dude running the page feels like there are private eyes and other things happening in my life that he is attributing to Charlamagne, according to Act, it's tough for Act to then say, yo, all right, stand down. So Act feels like he's in a tough spot, in a vulnerable, compromised position. He says he wants to get on the phone and squash it with both of them because that shit is whack. And this is not an academics versus Charlamagne thing.
Okay.
This is Charlamagne versus the dude, the George. And he's caught in the middle of it. That is what I got from our 90 minutes, 2 hours of talking, and that's all the research I'm doing on it.
Now, we just heard what Joe Budden had to say about the academics, Grand Wizard situation versus Charlamagne. So, guys, like I said before, Charlamagne turned up the heat on Grand Wizard. Academics don't want Grand Wizard to sit up there and go out bad. Grand Wizard is not built for this. He wants to remain silent. He wants to remain a clipper behind the page, behind the scenes. And that's okay. Academics did the right thing by trying to go ahead and call a ceasefire to this media war and orchestrate a sit down between Charla and Grand Wizard. Get in the comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think that Joe Budden was right for criticizing Charlamagne, saying that he's too big to be going back and forth with the Faceless account? But anyway, get in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this situation. I'm your host, Saint B Bowman. If you like content like this, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell because it pushes your boy into the algorithm. Don't think I ain't seeing them subs go up. I'm seeing that watch time go up, and I'm seeing y'all commenting a lot more, man. I appreciate y'all, and I don't take y'all for granted. I'm your host, Saint B Bowman. I'm gone. Peace.